Hey guys, it's Dimitri with Rubashka Streetwear. So here's the office, and we've been here for a whole year now. And Michael's behind the camera right now. Say hi, Michael.
Hi.
All right, let's go in. Let's go into the crib. So it's pretty much similar to what it was before, but we did a lot of little changes. So for instance, in the original video last year, none of these shelves were on wheels, and now they're on wheels, which is really nice. I'm just gonna explain like everything to you guys right now. So this is like the filing system that I use for the boxes. So basically we just put each hoodie and t-shirt by sizes in there, and whatever fits in the box is what we use. Sometimes boxes have like one size, sometimes they have more, so we have all of that. And then if we ever do a restock, we have like all of the labels already created, so we can just use them for the box. And this is how it works. So like for instance, this is from last month, and we just have a little bit of inventory left. So all you do is put in the label for what the item is, and then the sizes in this box. That way we can easily find it. Everything's also color coded, and it's super easy to find. Like, so all the hoodies are here, all the lawn sleeves are here, all the t-shirts are right here. And then we got this awesome table that is like dead on in the center around all the shelves, and we use it as like a workbench. I cut a bunch of stuff on here, and this is what I really like. All the tools are right here. They're really easy to reach. And also when we like fold t-shirts, we take these two tables and rearrange them into like a U-shaped cell. We grab another table from the back. This is a cool part too. I recently made these. These are just like little sliders, like so the boxes can easily glide on the shelves. What would happen in the past is that these bars, like they would get caught in the back. So I just took a Saturday, like a couple hours, and just cut all of these on a saw and just super glued them. And if we ever need to move or disassemble it, it's just super glued on, and you can just like bump it with a really hard like knock, and they'll come out. So it's not even a problem. And then we got all of these shelves in here, and these have all the supplies we use. Like there's the envelopes, even got like foam in here because like this is the box, and we put everything in here for that. Shipping labels, and then there's extra supplies over there. Basically, there's another room in there, but we wanted the desk right here close to all the clothing, so we're not like traveling really far to pack stuff. And we basically, this is like the ship station and the workstation, the main one. And I had a lot of new improvements for this area. So for instance, we got a second printer. Before we would have the 8.5 by 11 paper, and we'd print on the envelopes on this printer, but changing it back and forth is just kind of a waste of time. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna buy another printer. And then I thought of a clever idea of making like, these are just made of cheap plywood that I sanded the edges and just screw them together. But now we're using more vertical space rather than the table space, so we're using more of the space right here for that. And it has the label printer here, the scale. This is a cool part. Check this out. We put a cord on a reel here. Before we didn't have it like that. It was just kind of hanging there, but it's so much easier and cleaner and neater to have right here. We use that primarily for like the glue gun because we need that for the boxes and the other projects. And then when both Michael and I are working on packing a bunch of orders on a drop day, we put another cart here with a laptop and a printer like this, so we can both pack orders, and then that's just power for that. And we got like a tape gun right here for easy access, and then the glue gun right here for easy access because we use those often. This is something that I made. Like basically every Saturday, I just think of something that I don't like or needs to be fixed, and I just make it. So I made like a bunch of these rolling garbage dollies, basically for the recycle and for the garbage. We have two here and then one in the photo room that we use. Here is all of the tools and stuff. We even have like GPS tape on and stuff. So if this item is in a different room, we know that it belongs here, and we have other tools and items in that room that have different tape. Back to these ones, you know, these have the yellow tape, the blue, so like we know exactly where everything goes. Here's another addition from that we didn't have last year. We got a label printer for small labels like QR codes and size labels. That thing's pretty handy to have. Another cool part is this is like the inspiration wall. So I collect like artwork and whatever else, cool paperwork and stuff like that I find from antique shops or on eBay. I want this entire wall to be filled up, maybe. That's kind of like my goal. That'd be cool. All of the other walls can stay kind of blank, but I want this wall to be like the action spot. This thing's pretty cool too. It's like from Vietnam. I got it from a friend, and it's just like a cargo box for supplies and stuff, but we use it kind of like a table. I always throw like my keys on there and whatnot. This is a Vietnam jacket. Pretty sure we had that when we first got here, but so some of this might be redundant. This is where we put new items that are for sale, and then also there's a divider here because this is like my personal stuff that I like wear here and there, but these are basically coming and going all the time. So if these are all mediums, so if you ever buy something and it's the last medium, it's definitely coming from here. Got the cool Persian rug here that goes to the bathroom. Bathroom, there's not much going on in here, but it's really clean all the time. And then we got, as you could tell, the motion sensors. We installed all of these, which is really cool. So for every room you walk into, it just turns on automatically. So now we're going to the utility room. I got a bunch of nice shelves for all the supplies. This is like cleaning supplies, and then this is extra dollies for the shelves. So we can like make, I don't know, 3 more shelves before we need to buy more supplies. This is like a laminator I got from Amazon. This is really useful because we make like these Kanban cards. We use this for the supplies. There's a video about that I made. We recently got this, the Dyson Vacuum. It's really awesome because we can clean up this entire space really fast and efficiently. And then there is, this thing's kind of cool too, actually. This is like a tool cart. I have like a torch. I have like a mechanics tool set and like drills and other tools in here. And this is really nice to have if you have an office space or any space, because we can build like anything or repair anything. Like for instance, I have like battery chargers, and I just built this piece of wood, painted it, and mounted it here. So it's like a cool mounting plate. And for instance, like we need to mount this vacuum, so we have the tools for that and supplies. Here is one of the coolest rooms. It's the photo room. I already made a video about this, so I won't explain it too much, but got overhead camera. Everything's hooked up to this right here. I actually got a second camera too, so we have a second battery right there, and then we got the laser to line up the clothing. I usually turn this on when I get in here too, because it makes the room way brighter. And here's like another second camera that we use for detail shots. I want to put like all this in like foam or something. That'd be cool. And then this is the cord for plugging in to the laptop, because we shoot from the camera and it goes directly to the laptop, and it even gets edited like right away. And this cart itself is like the second packing station that we use. Here's like an example of the tools in this area, and they have like the white GPS tape, so we know that they belong here and not in other places. And this is also something interesting. I want to explain this, why this is kind of like mounted like this. So every now and again, the label printer in the main office area, it kind of goes out or it doesn't want to work. So this thing's really cool because everything's like on this unit, on this board. So we can like instantly unplug it and just grab and push and take it over, because before we'd have to like coil up everything and grab this and this. So it's just in one unit. This place is also kind of a storage place right now, to be honest, because we're running out of room. I keep the whiteboard in here now, and then the ironing board. Here's another one of those cool trash can dollies. And that's kind of it for now. This has been, so we've been here for a year, and the rent here is pretty decent for the space. I pay around $6.99 a month for it, plus the electric bill, and that's like $19.50, and then insurance, that's like $54. So if you are needing an office space or a warehouse, if you're at that stage, that's kind of something you have to think about, is that every month you're gonna have to pay rent for it. You're gonna have to pay some sort of utilities, usually electric, maybe you might have to pay water as well. And then you definitely have to have insurance, because if you are a business leasing a space, they will require that. So that's another cost that's added on. I recommend not getting a space until you reach a certain point where it's like viable for you. Otherwise, if you are in your room or an apartment, you need to just pack it all in there, because that's what I did. When I had my first space, you can see my old videos, I had my entire apartment to the ceiling just filled with stuff. It was like basically all this crammed into the apartment. Not like every single shelf, but a lot of it was crammed into there. But now that the business has grown much bigger, we can afford the space, and we're gonna go on from there. Probably next year we'll have a warehouse. That's the goal. So that's what we're looking forward to. Anyways, hope you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.